Well, hello again. I thought today I might give you some insight into how you can become more informed about your property, or in fact, any property that you might have an interest in. It might be a property you're looking at purchasing or a property you're interested in your area. So there's lots of information that you can access. And one of the most common pieces of information that people want to know is what their property is potentially worth. There's a myriad of ways to find this information online. Search My Property Value is probably the easiest place to start. But each of those is an interpretation of the same base information, and that is what other properties have sold for within reasonably close proximity to yours, and generally sourced from some property transaction sale data in recent times. However, word of wisdom, it's important to realise that this is not necessarily an accurate approach, nor is it perfect or necessarily completely reliable. In reality, there are many variables which all add together to indicate what a property might sell for. Factors such as how much a seller really wants to sell and how much a buyer really wants to buy, how much competition there is for a property, and how many other buyers there are in the market at the same time. More importantly, it's wise to remember that no two properties are identical, and yet we use comparative data. Nor are they sold on the same day or under the same circumstances. In fact, all transactional information that is used online on comparison sites is historical, which means it happened in the past. So online valuations, or price guides as I prefer to call them, are just that. They're a guide, and they should be used with caution. They will usually give you a very broad indication of where your property sits, and we know that can be useful. There is an abundance of further information you can source as well. Some of it you'll need to purchase, and some of it is freely available, but it's all online. For example, you can find out the status of every swimming pool in Queensland, whether it has been added to the pool register, which in fact is a requirement for all pools, and whether or not it has a pool compliance certificate. So if you're looking at a property to purchase, or you have a pool yourself, you can check the status of that pool online. What about information on flooding? That's a topic at the moment, isn't it? Again, it's free and regularly updated by all the relevant local authorities. You can search any address and look at the history of flooding and the likelihood of a future flood event at a particular property, any address. Some local governments will also indicate how high over ground level you would need to build to be above the current flood level from a building compliance and building approval point of view. All really useful information. The same applies to bushfire risks in local government areas where bushfires are a factor. In Moreton Council on the north side of Brisbane, for example, you can search online for the risk factor for bushfires for any property, and this information is freely available to everyone. You simply use your search engine that you commonly use, such as Google, and you type in something like fire risk for properties Moreton Bay Council, and you'll be directed to the site. It's so easy. So you can source just about any information on a property. You can source and search a title. You can actually do a title search online. You can search for information on property boundaries, past land valuations, easements, survey plans, and a whole range of information which you may not need on a day-to-day basis, but which, when you do need it, it's nice to know it's accessible. Some of it you'll need to pay for, but again, this can easily be done online. It's all in the state government data, and in Queensland, you simply go to www.queensland.gov.au/environment/land. I thought some of this information might be of interest to property owners or prospective property owners. We live in such an information-rich age, and it's good to know that you can access pretty much anything you want to know about a property, and it's available online. Of course, like always, if you get stuck with anything and you need help, give me a call. I'll be very happy to help you. Thanks for watching.